Imagine walking through darkened halls, the air heavy with an inexplicable chill, as whispers seem to echo from nowhere. You shine your flashlight down a corridor, its beam cutting through the oppressive darkness but illuminating little. The hair on the back of your neck stands on end. You feel like you're being watched, but by what? In America, there are places so steeped in ghostly lore that they captivate the imagination, drawing in those who are fascinated by the supernatural. Places where tragedy and the unexplained intertwine, leaving an indelible mark on the very fabric of existence. Places that draw us in, daring us to question what we think we know about life and death. Haunted places capture our curiosity, offering a glimpse into a world beyond the ordinary, a world that may just intersect with the realm of the unseen. In this exploration, we'll uncover the top 5 haunted locations in America, each one infamous for its dark history and unexplainable paranormal activity. These places have been chosen not only for their historical significance, but for the sheer volume of chilling experiences shared by visitors over the years. Get ready, because we're about to step into the shadows and confront the unknown. We're kicking off our journey into the heart of darkness at the Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia. A place where the living wish they were dead, and the dead, well, they never seem to leave. This Gothic fortress, once a symbol of reform, became a breeding ground for madness and despair. Imagine the crushing weight of solitude, the deafening silence broken only by the drip, drip, drip of water in the bowels of this monstrous structure. Inmates spent years, sometimes decades, locked away in these cold, unforgiving cells, their minds slowly unraveling in the darkness. The stories of suffering echo within these walls. Whispers of ghostly voices, captured as EVPs, send chills down your spine. Shadowy figures darting across the cell blocks just out of reach of your flashlight beam. The energy here is palpable, a suffocating blanket of despair that clings to you long after you leave. I've been to Eastern State, and let me tell you, it's not for the faint of heart. The air is thick with the energy of thousands of lost souls, their pain etched into the very stone. You can feel their presence, hear their moans in the wind whistling through the broken windows. The isolation, the torture, the sheer inhumanity of this place, it leaves a stain. It seeps into the ground, into the walls, into the very air you breathe. And it's those residual energies, those trapped emotions, that fuel the paranormal activity we see today. We've captured some of the most compelling evidence of the paranormal at Eastern State, from disembodied voices whispering from empty cells to full-bodied apparitions appearing before our very eyes. This place is a hotbed of paranormal activity, and it's not afraid to show it. Our next stop takes us to the desolate hills of Kentucky, to a place where hope went to die. Waverly Hills Sanatorium, once a beacon of hope for tuberculosis patients, now stands as a chilling reminder of the devastation wrought by the White Plague. Imagine the hacking coughs, the rasping breaths, the stench of sickness and death that permeated every inch of this sprawling complex. Thousands succumbed to the disease within these walls, their final moments filled with suffering and fear. The energy at Waverly is overwhelming. You can feel the despair, the sense of loss that permeates every corner. It's in the peeling paint, the rusted medical equipment, the silence that's almost too heavy to bear. But there's something else here too, something darker, more sinister. The spirits of those who died here, they're not at peace. They're trapped, caught between this world and the next, their torment echoing through the empty corridors. The body chute, a chilling testament to the sheer number of lives lost here, is said to be a focal point of paranormal activity. Imagine the bodies wrapped in sheets being sent down this chute to their final resting place. The energy is palpable, a swirling vortex of fear and despair. We've investigated Waverly Hills numerous times, and each time, we're met with undeniable evidence of the paranormal. From disembodied voices and footsteps to full-bodied apparitions and even physical attacks, this place is not for the faint of heart. Chapter 3: Gettysburg Battlefield, Echoes of a Bloody Past. From the confines of haunted hospitals and prisons, we shift our focus to the sprawling battlefields of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Here, amidst the rolling hills and solemn memorials, the echoes of a bloody past still linger. Imagine the deafening roar of cannons, the clash of steel, the cries of the wounded and dying. The Battle of Gettysburg, a pivotal moment in American history, left an indelible mark on this land, a scar etched in blood and sacrifice. The sheer scale of the carnage is unimaginable. Thousands upon thousands of men fighting and dying on this very ground, their blood soaked into the soil, their last breaths mingling with the smoke of battle. It's no wonder that this place is considered one of the most haunted places in America. You can feel the weight of history here, the sorrow, the anger, the sheer terror that gripped these men in their final moments. And it's those residual energies, those trapped emotions that fuel the paranormal activity we see today. Visitors and investigators alike have reported seeing ghostly soldiers in full Civil War regalia, their faces etched with the horrors they witnessed. They march across the fields, specters of a bygone era only to vanish into thin air. EVPs captured here send shivers down your spine. Whispers of battle commands, the groans of the wounded, the deafening roar of cannon fire, all captured on tape as if the battle itself is replaying over and over again. Chapter 4. The Stanley Hotel. Terror in the Shadows of the Shining. Nestled high in the Rocky Mountains stands the Stanley Hotel, a grand dame of the Colorado landscape, forever entwined with the chilling tale of The Shining. Stephen King found his inspiration within these walls, and once you step inside, you'll understand why. Imagine the opulence, the grandeur of a bygone era. Crystal chandeliers, plush carpets, a sense of faded elegance that masks a darker undercurrent. Something lurks beneath the surface at the Stanley, something ancient and unsettling. Guests have reported all manner of strange occurrences. Lights flickering, doors slamming shut on their own, disembodied laughter echoing down the hallways. It's as if the hotel itself is alive, a sentient being with a dark sense of humor. Room 217, the very room that sparked King's terrifying tale, is a hotbed of activity. Objects move on their own, unseen hands tug at your clothes, and a feeling of dread permeates the air. It's as if the spirits here are putting on a show, eager to terrify their unsuspecting guests. We've investigated the Stanley on numerous occasions, and each time, we're met with undeniable evidence of the paranormal. From EVPs of children laughing and playing to full-bodied apparitions of former guests, this hotel is a magnet for the supernatural. Chapter 5. The Salem Witch Museum, where hysteria and hauntings collide. Our final destination takes us to Salem, Massachusetts, a town forever scarred by the infamous witch trials of 1692. The Salem Witch Museum stands as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can grip a community, the power of fear and superstition. Imagine a time of mass hysteria, where accusations flew like daggers and innocent lives were snuffed out based on nothing more than whispers and paranoia. The Salem witch trials left an indelible mark on this town, a stain that continues to haunt its streets. The museum itself is a repository of artifacts and stories from that dark chapter in American history. But it's more than just a museum. It's a conduit, a bridge between the physical world and the spiritual realm. Visitors and staff alike have reported feeling an oppressive presence within the museum walls, a sense of being watched, judged. Cold spots, disembodied voices, and even full-bodied apparitions have been reported, as if the spirits of those accused and condemned are seeking justice or perhaps revenge. The energy here is palpable, a heavy weight that settles on your chest the moment you step inside. It's the energy of fear, of anger, of injustice. And it's those residual energies, those trapped emotions, that fuel the paranormal activity we see today. These top 5 haunted places are more than just eerie locations. They are living testaments to history, suffering, and the fascination we have with the unknown. They remind us that the past is never truly gone, that the echoes of what came before can linger in the most unexpected places. The paranormal activity reported at these sites makes us wonder about the possibility of spirits lingering among us, caught between the worlds of the living and the dead. Are these restless souls seeking peace, or are they trapped in an endless loop of their final moments? As you reflect on these tales, ask yourself, what is it about the unknown that draws us in? Could it be that the stories of spirits and hauntings connect us to our past in a visceral way, reminding us of the fragility of life and the mysteries that lie beyond? If you ever have the chance to visit these haunted places, take a moment to listen carefully. You just might hear echoes from the past. And if you've had your own haunting experience, share it with us. Perhaps there's a haunted place near you just waiting to be discovered.